What's crack-a-lackin'? Big draft energy in the building. Welcome into week 17 start sit Q&A. Fantasy football championship is here. What's going on, my man? How are we doing today?
Oh,
And from your stream?
just finished the show. Just trying to salvage the rest of this fantasy football playoff championship week because we've had a couple weird performances, a couple dud performances, and a couple of what the fuck moments.
Oh my god. Absolutely crazy with the Thursday game.
Yeah, that game really stuck. Like there's no positive takeaway from that game whatsoever. None whatsoever. I mean, like if you played DeAndre Swift, good for you. You got like 11, 10 fantasy points. But the Chase Brown not scoring the touchdown, the healthy, unhealthy James Conner really sucked, and the end of the former Triple Crown winner and this year's Triple Crown winner not doing anything, and it being T Higgins, that all hurt. The Chase Brown situation hurt the most, though. That really did hurt.
Cooper Kupp, man. I don't know if I'm drafting him next year at all.
No, I hope he retires.
So fire away the questions, guys. We're going to hop into a draft here as well. I'm not going to hop into it right now, but we'll enter some questions here, and then we'll look at the drafts and pick-ems that we like. What's good, Gabe? He says, thanks for all the advice this season. 2 more for you, Goff or Purdy. I like them both, man. I have them 8 and 9. I'd probably go Goff because he's on fire. Dubs or D. Smith. I don't know how much they're really going to need to use Devonta Smith. I mean, maybe. It's more of a competitive game without Jalen Hurts out there. I think I like this Green Bay Minnesota game. I like the points. I think I'm going to go with Dobbs over Devonta Smith.
But here's the thing: Devonta Smith had like a very game-breaking drop last week against Washington. Don't you think he's going to try to redeem himself? I don't care who the quarterback is. I think he's going to try to redeem himself. I mean, like it's a toss-up. Dobbs is all ceiling. Devonta Smith is all floor. But I'm going to play your
Watson.
stats.
It helps him too.
No what?
No Christian Watson.
Yeah, but like last time we saw them without Christian Watson, instead of it being Romeo Dobbs, we saw Jane Reed and Tucker Kraft. They found a vacancy in the slot. They took advantage of Harrison Smith defending. It's weird.
I do like Tucker Kraft a lot this week. Now that Watson
and you also like Jaden Reed a lot.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd go Devonta Smith. I'm going D Smith there, but it's close. I do like that Green Bay Minnesota game to be a shootout too.
Yeah.
B Reed, what's up, my man? Struggling bad with the Eagles D or Raiders D. Was expecting some bad weather in Philly, but it's perfect weather. It's supposed to be like 64 degrees and sunny. So the Philly game cleared up from what it was beginning of the week. You can't go wrong with either one. I mean, the Raiders D is terrible. They have a better matchup. The Eagles D is one of the best in the league. They're going up against Cooper Rush with no CeeDee Lamb. I'd go with the Eagles just because they're better D.
Yeah, they're better at getting after the quarterback too.
Yeah, they're going to get after Cooper Rush hard. Chester, Colts D or Browns D? I'm going Colts D still. I want to target Drew Lock. I know Tyler Huntley is a nice matchup as well, but still, Drew Lock is just a turnover machine. He gives you free fantasy points. I think you're fine either way. But when I'm looking at the Giants, you go up against neighbors. You're looking at the Dolphins, you're going to go up against Tyreek, Achane, and Jonnu. So, I mean, I'd rather go with the less options, worse offense in the Giants. Great Scott says, with the whole Tua situation, still believe in Jonnu or pivot to Hawkinson? I like Hawkinson a lot this week, but we don't know about Tua yet. There's a lot of interesting updates saying that he's fighting to play, trying to be out there for the team. He has not been ruled out yet, and it sucks to wait till the 125 game because it's not the early game. And I mean, with the Bengals winning, they still have hope. So right now, it's really, really, a nightmare because if we want to start Tyreek Hill, if we want to start, Achane or Jonnu, I really love the matchup a ton if Tua fights to play. And we're just probably not going to know till, after you've already had the first game started, which is the worst situation to be in right now. But I'm still going, I'd go Hawkinson either way. I like Hawkinson a lot this week. If not Hawkinson, I go Okonkwo. What do you like there?
I think the sneaky pick is Dalton Kincaid. I think, and like me, I fucking absolutely hate Dalton Kincaid. But if anybody's going to get usage without Tua, it's Jonnu. And
Cleveland's got a great matchup too.
Cleveland's given up a lot of points to the tight end, but I don't hate your assessment of playing the points total. I think like either way, you have a safe floor across the board with all of the players. Who has the highest ceiling? I would say is either Kincaid or Hawkinson. So in that order.
Of the year too. So vamping up or revamping up a lot here now. Peanut butter jelly, shout out to you. How we doing this morning? I'll switch seats for a little more fantasy fix. What's good, my guy? Eric Smith says, what to do about HN with
baby.
Still starting HN no matter what. I have JMO on the bench. I mean, if you don't want to throw him out there, I'd say it's your opinion on that. I'm a huge HN truther. I'm never going to say sit Devon HN no matter who the quarterback is.
At the 103 sleaze, by the way, I just got Saquon and Bucky.
Oh, you want to hop into a whale right now?
I'm doing my last one. As I said, I don't want to do any more with you because people draft differently, right?
All right, I'm hopping into one right now. Let me catch up here. Yeah, I'm still starting. He's still going to see a lot of checkdowns. The matchup's great. I mean, you're going up against DTR. Either way, the offenses are going to be back and forth. The volume's going to be there for HN. I'm not sitting Devon HN. Hill, Downs, Thielen, start 1. See, I'm worried about Downs. I do like Downs with Flacco. It's going to help his targets a lot. Thielen was able to get back out there as well. I thought he was going to miss. I thought that would help him. You're going to have Coker out there too. Tyreek Hill, has a great matchup. Are you sitting Tyreek Hill for Downs or Thielen?
Sitting Tyreek Hill for Downs or Thielen. Yeah, I am. With no Tua, I'm not taking the risk.
So who are you going to throw out there right now at the start?
I think Downs is the ceiling play, Thielen's the floor play, whatever you feel like you need.
Ooh. I still, with no Waddle and an ugly game script, I think I'm still going Tyreek, man.
I mean, with no Waddle and ugly game script, I'm less inclined to go with Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Because they're going to roll the doubles his way and his way only. And with a quarterback who won't have time and who can't throw past 25 yards in the NFL, which is absolutely fucking pathetic, Tyreek Hill's a complete bust.
Yeah, that's tough, man. He could game break one, though, at any time. I hear you, though.
He really can, but he hasn't.
I know. Nathan says, I had two should to pick up Flacco or Bryce Young. I was looking great till my opponent played Burrow and McBride. God, you got buried by Burrow and McBride. What a game from Smoking Joe Burrow, man. He's ridiculous. So the thing is, I mean, we just talked about this. So I'll look at it like this for you. So when you look at your scores here, what time are both those games morning games?
Which games are you talking
about? The Bucks game is a morning game, and so is the other one. I was gonna say,
what's the other game?
Flacco.
Oh yeah, they're both at 1 o'clock.
So I'd say, I mean, I like the Bryce Young start over Flacco. I think it's more of a JT game here. But if you can possibly get a quarterback past the 125 that's on the waiver wire, around the Dolphin time. So, if Michael Penix is out there, I mean, I might even hold that to see if Tua is going to play because, the Dolphins are fighting here. So it's really weird with this update. And there's a lot of speculation that he might be out there. So, again, it's not official, just what I've seen. So if I go Bryce Young as the safe play over Flacco, but I think I'd still I'll take JT at 2. I think I still want to wait for Tua just to see, though. I really do. Sox Hater, thanks for being here today. Would you start Jonnu or Strange down bad? I'm not starting Strange at all after last week. I mean, even with Huntley, I'm starting Jonnu. Strange fumbled and got kicked out of the game last week. You never know what's going to happen this week. It's more rain in Jacksonville, terrible weather. You can fumble again and be done. I'm not trusting that. Quinn says start ARSB or Bucky. 0.25 per carry and 1 point PPR.
Bucky.
I like Bucky a lot this week.
If you're getting any points per carry and it's 1 point PPR, it just the volume and the math just leads to Bucky here. And this is the only scenario where I'd say Bucky over ARSB. Yeah,
I'm not against that either. I mean, it's hard to sit on Raw. Like, who else is on your roster? If that's the question. That's crazy stack there, Quinn. I sat Tyreek for Marvin Harrison chip game. And my guy, Marvin Harrison came through. I mean, not great, but he came through. So
I called it.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Starting Josh Downs. I need some words of affirmation for my squad. Love Jacobs Cook. Let me pick real quick. Hang on.
I thought I was on the clock.
AJ at Tennessee.
You're just not paying attention to AJ Brown at all, eh?
I drafted in the last 2. I'm gonna go with Aaron Jones revenge game.
Just remember, you can get Tajay Spears relatively later, so you don't have to go with it.
I'm gonna try.
Get your guy from because I love your call on Devontae Adams. I haven't been able to draft him, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to at all.
I'm gonna stay away from. I'm gonna stay away here. I'm gonna go Devontae. So it says give my squad some love. Love Jacobs, Cook, Juan, Marv, Kig, Bucky, Downs, Colts D. I love Bucky. I love the Colts D. Downs is a little iffy for me, especially with JT having hit a big week last week. I think he has another big week here. He could, be a target guy, 6-7 targets. I also think Pittman is a lot more involved with Flacco as well. Love, I love this week. Jacobs, I love. Cook is always a start.
Love.
Juan is, I don't know if I'm all in on Juan this week either. But I'm wishing you the best there, buddy. That's a nice play with Marv, by the way. Sure. I think I'd still go Tyreek over. I mean, it's hard to sit Tyreek in, but you still get to wait for Juan. So if you get Tyreek out there with Tua, I'd throw him out there over Juan for sure if he makes it to the game for Cleveland. Colby says still liking Young over Flacco, full PPR, super flexes for my QB2. Need to catch up. I already played Nico and Cooper Cup. That's in a hole. I'd still go Young over Flacco. Do you like Flacco over Young?
I mean, Young gives you the rushing upside, and I think there's a higher point total there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, and he popped last week in the matchup's great versus the pass. Bunny says I'm in Philly right now. It's beautiful. If it wasn't championship week, I'd be at the golf course right now. Let's see where I'm at here. So is he gonna make it back to me? Well, we've got a lot of Devontae Adams. We've got a lot. Let's go. I got Neighbors last time. I've got a lot of Jordan Love. Let's go Josh Allen here.
I'm betting a lot on Kyle Pitts this week.
I know. I don't like that.
I fucking hate it. But if he hits, I win.
Eric says Minnesota or Colts. I'm going Colts. I don't want any part of that Packers game. I think it's be very high scoring. Okay, public tight end. Garrett Wilson, Neighbors. I've already done a bunch. Tight ends are shot. It's got to be the wide receiver city, huh? Maybe we stack this time, do a little different. I'm gonna go Jacoby Myers. I don't like that at all, but we're gonna go with it. Playing Miami D today, full PPR. I like that as well. I mean, Miami D, Colts D, all those Ds are going to come up with tons of questions. Browns D is good, especially against Huntley. Raiders D is good. I see that in there, Jose. I would still go Raiders D over the Browns. You got more weapons on the Miami side than you do on the Saints side. Thinking Miami D or Philly D. Again, I have, Miami 2, Colts 1, Philly 3. So I love all 3 of them. Fantasy prize, Jaden Reed or Tyjae Spears. It's got to be Tyjae Spears, but I love Jaden Reed this week as a smash play. He absolutely crushed Minnesota last time. And now you have no Christian Watts in this game as well. And Josh Jacobs is not going to be able to control the clock here against Minnesota. So I really, really like Jaden Reed this week, too. If you can get him in there, I'd try to. Mo Amy says Travis Etienne or Romeo Dubs. I mean, it's too volatile to trust how it's going to play in Jacksonville. I mean, last week was ETN with the carries. 2 weeks before that, it was Bigsby. And then last week, it's Bigsby. It's up and down roller coaster. The matchup is great. Tennessee's really been struggling against the run. But I think I'm playing it safe with Dobbs. I don't think I'm throwing out ETN. Are you?
I'm personally throwing out ETN for the floor. I think the matchup's too
Dobbs?
Good. Yeah, too good to deny. He's definitely the safer floor.
Oof. Okay. I mean,
it's an excellent matchup.
6 to 8 points.
I'm seeing anywhere like his floor is, I want to say 10 to 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just all comes down to usage, right? But like Romeo Dobbs, his floor is like 0 to 30. It's weird.
Okay. Where am I at here? Let's see. Tight end. We can come back.
Dobbs is easily the ceiling play for what
we are going to grab Devonta Smith here. I'm going to come back. Well, I might be able to get this. Got Tyjae in the 7th.
You got Tyjae in the 7th, you fuck.
Beautiful. Played it beautiful.
So you got Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor, Aaron Jones, Adams, Myers, Devonta Smith, Spears. Yeah. Fuck.
So
You
with the
go differently.
16-point floor call for Travis Etienne, he hasn't had 16 points all season.
I know, but the matchup is too good to deny. I said 10 to 16.
Yeah, that's rough. I don't know if I trust him, but if you want to throw him out there, I'm not against it. It's a great matchup. The research is there. It's just tough. Miami or Colts D, that's my 1 and 2, by the way, Colby. I've had that. That's going to be asked like 50 times today. I've had it on Twitter, everything. I like them both. I mean, I'd rather go with Drew Lock because he's a turnover machine, but I'm not against either one. I mean, Tyler Huntley's terrible as well. Dom, what's good? Welcome over from the other stream. Mac Jones, Mason Rudolph, AOC, Aaron Rodgers, Superflex Dynasty Start 2. I'm still going Aaron Rodgers here.
Rodgers and Rudolph.
Yeah. I'm going Mason Rudolph and Aaron Rodgers. Thielen or Tyrone Tracy, full PPR.
Tracy.
I think I play it safe with Tracy as well. Thielen does have the better upside, good matchup. Tracy has a good matchup as well, too.
It's the lack of threat of a run game for Bryce Young that has me really concerned about that game script.
You think, yeah, because the run game's going to be gone.
Yeah, there's no run game, so they're just not going to
could see heavy targets.
Yeah, but he's also going to face much lighter boxes because defenses just don't have to play that box, honestly. And that defense can very well just play 5 in the box and coverage, which is a gift.
Hawkinson or Kincaid? Let's go Kincaid. I have Josh Allen. Let's play a stack here. Joseph says A-Chan or Spears. I mean, I'm never sitting A-Chan if I can, bro. I mean, I like Spears a lot. I'd ask who else is on your roster at this point because, I mean, even with Tyler Huntley, you're going up against DTR. I mean, the volume for A-Chan is going to be 20-plus touches. So it's still too hard for me to sit him, even though I love Spears. I mean, I'd try to get Spears in your flex if you can. Let me know who's in the rest of your roster there, Joseph, and I'll come back to that.
I wouldn't fault you for playing Tajay Spears.
I wouldn't fault you for it, but A-Chan's going to see so much work. It's going to be crazy. I heard a super chat straight to the front. My guy, George, how we doing? Welcome back. Colts D, Miami D. Again, I love them both, 1 and 2. I mean, Drew Lock, turnover machine. You could get Tyler Huntley. And honestly, I'd play the Colts right now because we don't know if, I guess that would help Miami, actually. I like them both 1 and 2. I mean, I'm still sticking with Colts. Drew Lock is terrible. Half PPR flex, pick 1, Spears, London, McMillan. I'm going with Spears over all these. BTJ, okay to start as wide receiver 2. Have options about to swap out. I love Spears this week. And I would go either BTJ or London. Who do you like in that one, BTJ or London? BTJ is hard to sit right now. London with the hammy.
I'm playing London in a more favorable matchup.
God, BTJ is just a monster.
I know, and I know he's all ceiling. I'm going for the safer floor here. It's the championship.
It's the championship. I'm not against it because you do have Lattimore out for London, and he got targeted heavy from Penix last game. So I like both. I'd say 51-49. I would go BTJ. He would go London. Do I bench BTJ based on the weather for McMillan? I'm not benching BTJ for McMillan. And there's too many incentives right now on Mike Evans' contract and everything that's coming up. I think Evans is going to get 13, 15 targets in this game. Quinn says, pick 1 running back, 1 flex. Didn't see Tua was out. We do not know that. Is Tua officially out yet, guys? Do you guys know? I've seen a bunch of stuff that he is not out yet. He's still doubtful and he's still fighting to play. So it's making this fantasy football championship a freaking nightmare for start sits right now. Especially if you have, H.N., Jonnu Smith, Tyreek Hill, and all of a sudden you start a different tight end and you start a different running back, and then Tua's playing at 125, and you're like, fuck! So it's a terrible situation. Might change your previous answer. H.N., Bucky, ARSB, 0.5. I'm still going H.N. and Bucky, either way. 1 running back, 1 flex. H.N.'s my guy. It's biased, though, too. But, I mean, when you're going up against DTR and you have Tyler Huntley, it's going to be touches galore for both running backs here, so you have to still like him. Peanut Butter Joy says off topic a bit, but London has just been removed from the injury report full go. I know, but still, he had the hammy. It's still kind of worrisome. I mean, obviously, if he's out there playing, you're going to start him, but still, could re-aggravate that at any time. Eric Smith says, I know it's super early, but for week 18, would you play Bryce Young or Anthony Richardson? I'm going with Anthony Richardson if he's out there, but we don't know how that's going to be for week 18 yet. Does your championship carry over to week 18, Eric? I haven't played one of those in a minute. Bryce says start 3, A-Chain, Hall, Spears, and Jennings. I'm going with all 3 running backs here. Full PPR. I don't care. I'm taking the volume. Jennings is scary for me.
I
All the
wouldn't
running
fault you
backs have
for
great matchups.
if there's no 2, I wouldn't fault you for sitting A-Chain for Jennings, but I also wouldn't personally do it.
Yeah, I don't think I mean it's Tua or not, still he's seeing 20 touches in this game. And that whenever he gets a touch, he's always a game breaker that can take it to the house.
Mm-hmm.
Colby says Dubs or Garrett Wilson. I'm going Garrett Wilson here. Do you like Dubs over Garrett Wilson?
No, I don't.
Kel says Rashad White, Tracy Jr., Amir Abdullah, pick 1. I'm going with Tracy Jr. here. I don't think Rashad White is going to see the same rushing work. I think he saved his game in garbage time last time if they were down a ton. I don't think they're going to be down a ton in this game.
Yeah, it's definitely not Abdullah. It's between Rashad White or Tracy, and I think they have very similar outputs this week. So I think you're good with either one.
Yeah, I think it's super close. Thank you for the sub. I heard someone, Uncle Fresh, welcome. Miami D, Cleveland D. I'm going Miami D here over the Cleveland D. Dubs or JMO, pick 1. I'm going JMO. John says BTJ or James Cook. Kind of wet and gross here in Buffalo. That helps the run more. James Cook's on fire, man. I don't think you can sit James Cook right now for BTJ. You like BTJ over Cook?
Absolutely not.
Dude, Kels. Jake Ferguson without CeeDee Lamb. This one is easy for me on this one. I'm not taking Tyler Conklin or Juan Johnson over him. Are you going any of those tight ends over Ferg?
No, absolutely not. I think your assessment's perfect.
Nathan says I scooped up Penix for the late game for Tua. Not gonna lie, it feels risky. Dude, I'm in the same situation right now. I picked up Penix. I have Tua in the content creator championship, and I'm just hoping that Tua finds his way to play, man. I have Tyreek in that league also. Kel says Drake London, Garrett Wilson, JMO. I like Drake London here over all these. Who do you like here?
Yeah, London or Wilson. JMO, it's one of those guys where it's like if he's on your lineup, he's going to do fuck all, and if he's on your bench, he's going to light it up.
It's too hard to play Jameson in the championship for me.
Yeah,
it's so risky
unless you need the ceiling,
and unless you think you're going to get crushed. B Town says Jaden Reed or Devonta Smith. Dude, I am super high on Jaden Reed this week. Are you like Devonta Smith over Reed or no?
Sorry, I had to mute up there. I was just pulling up your stream on the laptop. Better to follow it there than on the phone. Reed or Devonta Smith? I think Reed is the ceiling play. Devonta Smith is the volatile play. It really comes down to which one you think is a better game script. I think the totals in Minnesota favor Jaden Reed as a play here. So
I like Reed for smash.
I personally like Smith a little bit more, but Reed's ceiling is too hard to ignore. All the signs are leading to Jaden Reed, and last time we recommended Jaden Reed, it didn't go well.
Yeah. God, was it the Lions game? Oh my God,
It didn't go well.
Didn't go well. But I like this game versus Minnesota. He had 28 last time. Minnesota's last versus the wide receiver. No Christian Watson. Fire up Jaden Reed. Thank you for the sub. Lost. Thank you for the super chat. George, absolute goat, always supporting me in Disco. Amazing year from you, man. Thank you. Oh man, this is a good one from Jerry. Cook or Spears?
Oh, I mean, if you're talking about usage, it's got to be Spears, right? But if you're talking about who's just a better overall player and a safer overall play in a decent matchup, it's James Cook. So I'm going to go James Cook, but I don't hate Spears. I'd find a way to play them both.
That'd be my response. You got to find a way to get them both in there, Jerry, if possible. Let me know the rest of your roster there. Joseph says Bucky Irving. I already had Chase Brown play, so it's Spears, Bucky, or A-Chan. So that's
still got to be Bucky.
Yep, Bucky's too hard to sit. I'm going Bucky and HN here. Downs or Reed? I'm going to Reed here. Championship on the line, Andy. Dude, Jaden Reed has a massive, massive ceiling this week. I mean, so I break it down like this: 28.1 points last time versus Minnesota. Now you have Christian Watson out. Josh Jacobs is not going to be able to control the clock like he did. One of the highest over-unders. The game's in a dome. Yet the only game you have no weather to worry about this week pretty much out of every game. So, I mean, they're going to be electric on that field. And this is a massive game for playoff seeding, too, as well. So, I want everything I can from that Green Bay game. KD in the building. What's good, brother? Silent Goldie, pick 2, Debo, Reed, Ford, Tracy, Colts D, Bills D. I'm going Colts D. I'm always targeting the New York Giants offense. I'm going to go with Jaden Reed. I'm going to go with Debo. Who do you like here? I don't like Ford this week.
I'm going to go Tracy, and it's Debo and Reed.
That's what I'm going with as well. Eric says, yes, it does. I forgot what Eric was talking about. Let me just go back up here. I know it's super chunk to play against Jacksonville. I'd still go Anthony Richardson. That's what you're talking about, Eric. I'm not lost my spot. Downs Reed championship. He's out. Yes, it does. Thank you for the follow, Uncle Fresh. Welcome. Tua is listed as doubtful. I know. That's what we're waiting on, man. The Tua news could be game changing. We just don't know if it's going to happen yet or not. That's the worst part about these 10 a.m. games. Brees or Spears? I like Brees. I like Spears over Brees. Who do you like here?
I don't hate your assessment there. Obviously, I love Brees, but Spears' usage, like on paper, looks absolutely phenomenal.
I know. I think he's going to see 20 touches in this game. Yeah, I'm going Spears over Brees, but if you could flex Brees, I like Brees as a flex as well. Thanks, you Rock. Thank you, John. Super chat from George again. Thank you. Mikey G says, hey, do you guys think Cook sees a decent workload today with no Lamb? I mean, will he be out there more? Will he see a couple more targets in there? Of course. Do I like it versus Philly in that nasty secondary? Not really. I mean, would you flex Brandon Cooks unless you're in like a 14, 16-man league?
I mean, you kind of have to. If you it's one of those. It's so volatile. It's so I hate it. I
mean, I can see Tolbert. I can see Jalen Brooks. I can see any of them.
Yeah, but like
same volume.
I mean, it's gross. It's gross. I mean, I had to choose between Noah Fant and Grant Caltera. Thankfully, I chose Noah Fant. Also had to choose between Caleb Williams and Mason Rudolph, and I picked wrong and took Rudolph, and Marvin Mims just fucking destroyed me.
Yeah, Marvin Mims that's crazy. You putting against him in the championship. But that's triple flex dynasty though. That's why.
Yeah, painful. Pain.
Eric says my championship is 2 weeks. I've got Rodgers, Young, and Richardson available, so you have to wait for Richardson next week. I mean, if the Colts lose though, if the Colts get eliminated, I guess they can't because Denver already lost. So I mean, they have to win. They have to beat the Giants. I think they do. You might see Anthony Richardson back out there, but what are their chances to make it? I don't think that high.
I would be so happy if both Miami and Indianapolis lost today somehow. I'd be so happy if both of those teams lost today.
Just so it's done?
No, just so the Cincinnati Bengals, all they got to do is win next week, and the Chiefs just beat Denver, and Bengals are in my Jamar Chase in round 12. And the
playoff Chiefs are sitting everyone, right?
I still think Chiefs that are sitting everyone is better than what Denver has on paper, especially the way Sean Payton has been calling that offense.
Okay. I mean,
I have hope, man. There's that scene.
I want Jamar Chase in the playoffs, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I want him in there.
Well, I have him in 100% of my best ball lineups in round 12. So, I mean, my playoff best ball rounds, and that's 12 out of 12 rounds. You know that scene from Dumb and Dumber where it's like, so you're saying there's a chance?
You're saying there's a chance.
That's been me for the last 6 weeks with the Cincinnati Bengals, baby.
Jose says Thielen or Downs or Ford or Hill. I liked Ford last week. I was one of the guys, like only people that was high on Ford last week. I mean, I don't like Ford this week, even if Huntley's out there. Thielen or Downs is so close. I go Thielen. Who do you like out of Thielen and
So,
Downs?
so when you say also BTJ and Neighbors, does that mean that they're starting?
Who wants to pick one between it? So I go Thielen, I go Tyreek Hill, I go BTJ. Touchdown upside's higher than Neighbors.
Yeah, I mean, Downs is a ceiling play. Thielen is a safer floor play. I just think it's going to be volatile. So I'm going to personally choose Downs. If there's no Tua Tagovailoa, I'm sitting Tyreek Hill. 100% sitting Tyreek Hill. I'll deal with the repercussions if he does anything, but the assessment and the process is there. And then between BTJ and Neighbors, I'm going to go BTJ.
Yeah, BTJ is too hard to say. I don't care if it's rain. I don't care if it's snow. I don't care if there's a volcano erupting on the field. He's so good. Pay the Fan says, "Hey, Sleaze, just dropped Chase McLaughlin for Richard because of the rain in Tampa. Did I cook? I still like Chase. The Carolina gives up so many field goals. I mean, I know the weather you could say plays a factor. You know, could I have Will at kicker 6. I have Chase at kicker 1. So I mean, I like it. They're obviously both close to my top 5. So I'm not against. If you want to play the indoor game, that doesn't bother me at all.
It's tied for the second most advantageous matchup on the week for kicker points, for what it's worth. Whether or not
for Panthers.
For McLaughlin. Yeah. So I feel like you made the wrong decision.
Yeah, I like McLaughlin a lot this week. One last time, Miami or Colts D. Again, those are my defense 1 and 2. I like the Colts. I like the target Drew Lock. I mean, Drew Lock
if Tua plays, I'm going Miami. If Tua doesn't play, I'm going
Lock. That's a better way to put that. If you guys have a Miami Colts question, there's like 20 of them. I like the Colts D at 1. If Tua plays, I put Miami D above them. If not, I like that call. John Jones says Hawkinson or Jameson Williams full PPR, close matchup so far. I'm still going Hawk.
I'm going
like J-Mo?
Yeah.
J-Mo's so risky, man. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, but I mean, like every time we expect Hawk to do anything, it goes to Aaron Jones. It goes to fucking Jordan Addison.
Justin locks that deep ball up, though. Very good for my Niners, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like it comes down to who's going to go off. Is it going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown? Is that who you're going to roll the double coverage to, or J-Mo? J-Mo's usually going to be the free man open. So I mean, as a ceiling play, I don't hate J-Mo because Hawkinson's ceiling and his floor just don't match.
Yeah, you can go with either one, and you get Monday night. I think Hawkinson's in for a big game. Green Bay's weak versus tight end.
I'm giving up on Hawkinson.
Thank you for the follow, Dan. Welcome. Up by 20 points. Adams, Bowers, Neighbors, locked. Love that. Need 2 flex. Thielen, Myers, Ridley, Tracy, and Wilson. Worried about the weather. Full people. The weather's bad everywhere. That's the nightmare of the fantasy football championship right now. I'm gonna go with Tracy, and I'm gonna go with Ridley for the revenge game. Who do you like out of this? Thielen, Myers, Ridley, Tracy.
Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, but Myers is one of those guys where it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. He's probably the safest play out of the bunch.
Yeah, my Myers is a safe floor, that's for sure.
I would say Myers and Tracy for the floor, Ridley and Tracy for the ceiling.
No Garrett Wilson, love.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice Wilson. Yeah, it's going to be Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson, and Tracy final.
Yep, I think I just saw that at the end. I think I'm going with Wilson and Tracy also. George says, guys, I just boarded the Wonder of the Seas cruise ship and the internet dropped. Can you re-answer my tight end question in the super chat above? Sorry, I'm a dummy. Oh, no worries. I got you, George. Crazy to start Chig in bad weather over Laporta. I'm going Laporta.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing.
Highest point total.
Chig in bad weather as a tight end and, somebody who's getting a lot of volume in the check down game, it's kind of more favorable for him, but it's also Mason Rudolph throwing the football. If we're looking at the highest total, unless like Ben Johnson schemes something absolutely impressive for Sam Laporta, he's completely touchdown dependent, not volume dependent. So like, do I think Sam Laporta can find the end zone? I have a 0.3 chance of that happening for him. Chig's going to get a lot of volume. If you need the ceiling, it's Laporta. If you need the floor, it's Chig whatever you need, brother. I would say Laporta is the safer play, but Chig, yeah, I'm going Laporta. Fuck it. I'm not.
I'm going
Laporta.
Laporta as well.
Laporta. Sorry for making that. So I have to go through the process sometimes, especially for guys like George. George has been so fucking incredible to both you and I, and so generous.
Yeah.
Someone like George goes out of his way to like ask us a question and say he needs something because we've helped him the entire season up until this point. If he goes out of his way to say, I want to make sure I go through the entire process, cross all my T's, dot all my I's, and I try to do that for all of you. But George is also a very special individual to the both of us, and enjoy your cruise, brother. Well deserved.
I would say, I mean, if it wasn't bad weather, I would go Chig. That's the only reason I'm not going Chig. I would throw that out there. That's the only reason I like Laporta. Plus, you get the last laugh Monday night.
I mean, here's the thing: if we're looking just based off of last week, Laporta actually got more percentage of his team's targets than Chig.
Yeah, he got targeted heavily.
Yeah, mind you, Chig had the second most targets, but if we're talking about like team targets and catchable targets, it's Laporta. It makes sense. Your assessment's fine, but I mean, like, you're in a good position either way.
Laporta since the bye has been on a tear. So
yeah,
he's playing 97% snaps. It's hard to avoid. I know Chig played 80. That's fine. He's out there as well.
And you're talking to the original Laporta supporter. Last year in May, after the NFL draft, I said Sam Laporta will be the tight end one. I got laughed at. People told me to suck their D on streams, on an actual stream. Somebody told me to suck their D. It's Travis Kelce or bust. He's an idiot. And that's why nobody knows who the fuck he is. So yeah, man, I am the original Laporta supporter. Hashtag Laporta supporter is Disco Ball Nation original. Before, it was Disco Ball Nation. It was hashtag Laporta supporters. So Sam Laporta in the championship week makes sense.
I like it. Have fun on your cruise, by the way, George, for sure. Chester D says BTJ or McMillan. That's BTJ for me. Who do you like there?
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah, you can't say BTJ at this point. Mo Amis. Oh man, Travis Etienne or Alexander Madison. It's so tough to judge this Jacksonville backfield of how it plays out.
I'm going to bet on Travis Etienne, man. I'm never going to bet on Alexander Madison, respectfully, but that's because I'm an Alexander Madison hater, and I was a Zamir White truther, and I'm just in pain. I'm just hurting. I'm speaking from a pain spot. Don't ask me about the Raiders running backs. Is what I'm getting at. Just don't.
I'm going Madison here. I don't trust Etienne. I don't trust the Jags, but I'm not against if you went Etienne. I mean, it's both ugly. I mean. So would you guys, Silent Goldie says, would you guys go Debo over Tracy? I like Debo a lot this week. The Lions defense is decimated. I do think with Garendo back that he's going to see more carries. Debo will not have the same backfield touch as he had last week, but I still think Debo, man, he looked electric last week. He looked back.
His receiving yards is at only 49.5, by the way.
We're going to make a card here at the end. I got like $3 left. We'll do a big 8-1.
Yeah.
I'm going Debo there, but Tracy's your safe floor play for sure if you need it. So if you're looking at your matchup and they're going to beat you, I go with Debo. If you think you got a close matchup, you want the safe floor play, I go with Tracy.
I already made a Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football card. Just FYI.
Already?
Yeah.
A-Chain without Tua or Garrett Wilson, I'm going with A-Chain all the way. A-Chain's going to see 20 touches even if Tua's not out there. And we don't know if Tua is not out there yet, guys. So like everyone's like, without Tua, he is fighting to play still, guys. So we'll have to wait till 125 for like the official what's going on with Tua here. So
that kickoff is that one, right?
Let me know. Yeah.
No,
so
that's a 405er. That could burn a lot of people. Okay. So doubtful means that they're leaning towards not playing. Very seldomly do you see a player who is doubtful that plays. Okay, so we just need to address the situation very seldomly. Now,
the
implications is what's concerning because Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins are fighting for a playoff spot, especially with Denver missing. What is the Tua Tagovailoa injury?
It's his hip. It happened 2 weeks ago. He's played through it last week.
Is it the same hip that he had surgically repaired from the college injury?
Yep.
Okay, so like. Even if he does play, he's going to be very limited. He's not going to be mobile. He's not going to be able to get the ball to A-Chain in the outside zone. He's not going to be able to scramble.
The same injury last week, by the way, just for a heads up.
And how did he do?
He went for 215 passing yards. A-Chain went for 30. Tyreek dropped 2 touchdowns also. Don't forget that.
Like, I can't remember a situation where a player went from doubtful to be like, oh, I'm good to go, right? And it just sucks because like your safer call is to play Garrett Wilson. I mean, regardless, Devon Achane is going to play, right? So regardless, you have the floor or ceiling of him. So if you want to ride with him, that's fine. We know that Devontae Adams hugs all of the fucking targets, even though Devontae Adams has missed a significant chunk of time. It's going to be Breece Hall and Devontae Adams. So like Garrett Wilson would be out regardless. So I guess once again, crossing my T's, dotting my I's, going through the entire process with you guys because I'm really trying to give you guys the best possible advice. I think you got to go Achane here.
I'm going A-Chain as well.
Yeah.
Colby says Blackshear, Kendre Miller. I'm going Kendre. I'm not going Blackshear.
I'm not going Kendre Miller. I think Blackshear has receiving upside if it's full PPR. Kendre Miller has 0 upside.
Got the Raiders.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, Blackshear's not running against Tampa. He's only receiving.
That's PPR. That's what you want. That's what I'm invested in. That's the only differential. One has an advantageous matchup.
That's ugly as it gets, bro.
It's fucking disgusting. But hey, people are like, why would you play Blackshear when guys like Javonte Williams are available? I'm like, Javonte, and in my tweet yesterday, Javonte Williams is 97%.
Is going to have a lot of carries.
Yeah, the carries is not going to translate. Where's Tampa Bay weak against the running back?
Receiving, yeah.
And that's not Boone's game. It's Blackshear's game. So if there's anybody who has an advantageous matchup in the running back field, it's Blackshear because he's a good returner and he's a good receiver. Right, so like I'm not saying he's a must start, but above Kendre Miller, 100%. I have him ranked slightly above Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller, once again, last week he was RB 32 of 32. This week he's RB 32 of 32.
Dud. Bandit locks in the building. If you want to hop in, Bandit, let me know. I'll shoot you the link whenever you want, brother. We got like 20 minutes left, guys. Fire away the questions. We'll try to answer every single question, and then we will hop into what pick 'em we like at the end. I think I have like $5 left. I'll make an 8 card here.
You got 2.
Your super chat, William. My bad. Straight to the front. Myers or Wilson with the weather. Oh man,
it's Wilson. Just player studs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with player studs and Garrett Wilson here, and I really do think that they're gonna feed Brock Bowers for this record over Jacoby Myers this week too, as well.
Yeah, so but when we sleep on Jacoby Myers is when Jacoby Myers does something spectacular. Here's the thing, I will say this: play Garrett Wilson, but place like a $5 bet on Jacoby Myers first touchdown. First touchdown in the game. You're welcome.
Really? You like that?
I do.
Okay. I'm not against that. I sent you the link, Bandit, by the way, if you want to check your
Yeah, get in here, Bandit.
Bones, what's good, my guy? One quick question. Chig over TJ Hawkinson. I like Hawkinson, man. The weather's terrible. I'm going Hawkinson. I want the shootout game. Green Bay is weak versus tight end. I'm not playing Chig over my superstar tight end. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. He hasn't played like a superstar, and he's still recovering. So I'm going to go with Chig. I'm going to go with a hot hand.
Let me see here. So TJ Hawkinson did have a rough week last week. Yeah, it's not been great.
No, it's been fucking atrocious.
Been atrocious, but I'm still going TJ.
Is that Devonta Smith or Devontae Adams, Bandit? If it's Devonta Adams, I'm going Devonta Adams over Tracy. If it's Devonta Smith, I'm going Tracy.
Raiders or Tampa D from the all in. I'm going with the Raider D. I know that Tampa has a good matchup, but I'm not.
Dude.
What do you got?
George.
Oh my Lanta. George with the $100 holler, the most donation I've ever had all year long. You are absolutely the GOAT, bro. You guys are both amazing. Thanks for all the content. I'm in the championship of a large buy-in home league. Your content dragged me to the ship. Just a little appreciation here. I would encourage everyone, even if it's small, to super chat these guys. Thank you, George, from the bottom of my heart. Absolutely amazing, man.
I get 50% of that, right? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. George, you're incredible, man.
The all-in-one show. I'm going Raiders here. Carolina's good offense, way better than New Orleans. I'm targeting New Orleans and New York Giants at all costs this week. John says, I cannot remember the last time any player listed as doubtful actually played. Me as well, but I did throw on my tweet that I was like, dude, if there's ever a week for the doubtful player to be out there, this is it, right? Their season's on the line, their playoffs are on the line. And he played through the injury last week, and there's a lot of tweets and stuff going on that Tua could be out there. So Like, make sure you're paying attention, obviously, right? If we get it before the 10 a.m. in the next 15 minutes, that'd be great. But if we don't, we could be really fucked for a lot of questions and a lot of fantasy lineups. What's good, Bandit? How we doing, buddy?
What up?
All at once says, I'm blessed. I have Burrow, Higgins, Puka, Kels. Congratulations on the championship. That's a wrap. I'm going Tracy over Devonta, by the way, Bandit, unless it's Adams.
Adams? Yeah, it's Adams.
Oh, yeah. Adams has scored 30 points.
All I concerned was the weather, but I wasn't really worried about it. I just figured I'd ask anyways.
Bandit got the brunt end of a very toxic disco response yesterday on Twitter. Ben, why don't you tell folks what you did and what I said?
Sertan locked Jamar Chase up when he was on him all day, so I don't want to hear it.
I mean, Jamar Chase still put up, what, 19, 20 fantasy points, and you call that locking? He tagged me in, like, Jamar Chase being locked up by what's-his-face, and I was like, Bandit, how about you shut the fuck up or something? Like, don't at me when it comes to Jamar Chase. He's triple crown. Like, let's be real.
Unfortunately, Connor gave me 2.8. Dude, Connor was gutting it out. I don't even know why he played that game. He might have cost people championships a lot. I sat him in the only league I had him in, so I'm happy I did that. Colby, actually, no, I played him in one. My bad. I played him in 1 out of 2. But yeah, he burned everyone. Nasty, but I gave Gibbs playing Monday. K9 went out with an injury. I think he's referring back to the question at the top. Let me scroll. I got Blackshear, Kendra Miller. Oh, okay, I got you. I see you. Thank you for the membership as well, Eric. Welcome, brother. Amazing. All you guys are showing amazing support is awesome. You got to give smash play. I think you and K9 went out. You have no choice but Kendra Miller or Blackshear. I guess I'm going
Blackshear. Disco there. Yeah, I think Blackshear could see like 5 receptions easily. So,
Luxury, I'm going A-Chain no matter what. He's seeing 20 touches either way. I mean, you could say that Huntley's out there, but DTR is on the other side. So, I mean, they're both going to have opportunities for days.
Watch these guys just break fantasy football and just both absolutely be electric and spectacular. And Jerry Judy's going to be significant, and Jerome Ford's going to be great, and Jordan Akins is just going to fucking absolutely eat. Like, all they have is Jerry Judy, realistically. Please just play James Winston. I'm assuming James Winston's out.
Yeah, he's already done inactive third QB, emergency QB again.
Yeah, fuck. This is a spectacular spot for Jerry Judy, but I think Jalen Ramsey is just going to fucking lock him up, and everything else is going to be terrible.
I agree, 100%.
What's DTR's rushing yards pop
at? 25.
Yeah, I'm taking the over easily.
Teddy says, let's go. Eric says, sit 2, Jerome Ford. You're not sitting Tyjae Spears, let's be real. Jonnu Smith, Josh Downs. I'm sitting Jonnu Smith and Jerome Ford. Who are you guys sitting here?
I agree.
Yeah, I'm 100% in agreement.
You can't set Josh Downs with Flacco out there.
Eric, thank you for the membership, my guy. Welcome to the Baller Fam. He asked the question twice. John says Rappaport is confident Tua is out half an hour ago for what that's worth. So that's a good update. But again, that's not official though, right? So we're just
Rap sheet is as close to official as possible. I'm just gonna lean on the if Tua surprisingly plays, shame on me, but
okay, I'll rock with that.
I'm gonna lean on the side of caution there.
Eric says another league, Garrett Wilson or Debo. I still like Debo here.
Yeah, I think both have very similar floors. I think Debo just has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I think, and the matchup is great. Detroit's just decimated on defense.
Yeah, man. Eviscerated.
Yeah, they're cooked.
They are. They're garbanzo.
Well, there it is. Where's Chef when you need him? Jalen Coker question.
Legette's back, by the way.
I'm going Pittman here still too with Flacco.
Legette's playing also.
Are you going Coker? Disco's thinking he's getting wild.
No,
I'm not. $4.99 holler from Josh Hagan. Start 2 half PPR Myers, Madison, and Dubs. I'm definitely starting Myers for the floor. I think
sitting Madison.
You're sitting Madison.
Well, yeah, I have to sit Madison because you're limiting your ceiling if you're playing both Madison and
half PPR.
You're limiting your ceiling if you're playing both Myers and Madison.
Dobbs has a good matchup.
Dobbs has an excellent matchup.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Dobbs over Jaden Reed this week, but I'm also wrong 1,000% of the time.
Also out, so
I'm wrong 1,000% of the times when it comes to picking the right wide receiver for.
I like Madison to fall in the end zone.
It's possible. I also love Jacoby Myers for first touchdown in the game.
That's a tough one, man.
He's my favorite first touchdown bet on the week.
Yeah. I'm going Madison and Myers. I'm going for the Jaden Reed day. I'm gonna lock it in. If you want to go with Dubs, I'm not against it. Christian Watson's out.
Yeah. So.
All right, so we got 10 minutes left. Give me, and we'll start with you. Give me 2 of your locks on the week. Drafters preferred.
Mike Evans. That's my number one lock is Mike Evans yards. I see they have the discount, but
We got the discount
he's got to
already.
get 100. So
Mike Evans over 84. Okay.
Another one I really like was Breece Hall receiving yards, but I don't know now because of the weather.
That helps, if anything. 23.5. I like that. Disco, you got any 2 locks we didn't take?
Did you already take the Terry McLaurin receiving yards?
Yeah.
Okay. Jake Bates, field goals over 1.5 and Debo over 48.5 receiving yards.
Love that. 7.5. I'm going with kicker points instead.
All right. So don't ask me again what I like.
Okay. I'm going to add 2 of my own to it. I got to do different ones. Okay. So I am interested in, I think that Jake Ferguson.
Is that a lock over all of the other props? Over McLaughlin.
I'm looking.
Over JT. over like Ferguson's so volatile. I mean, even Daniel Bellinger has a much higher chance to hit his prop, and I have a couple of cards with Daniel Bellinger's receiving yards and longest reception. He's much more likely. Brock Bowers receptions, receiving yards. Like, you also have to pay attention to the incentives, right? And there's several players who are playing for incentives. Breece Hall being one of them for his rushing yards, and then I think Tajay Spears, like,
I love Tajay Spears 14.5 longest rush is like one of the most doable.
I love his 3.5 receptions. I love his receiving yards. I love his rushing yards. I think his receiving yards is free. His 3.5 receptions is free too.
There you go. Locked it in.
I agree.
Pete with the cheers, fellas, doesn't even want to ask a question.
Terra Nova, what's good, my guy with the $4.99? You guys have not checked out. I don't want to get it wrong. Fantasy Endgame, fantasy football,
the fantasy football face-off.
Fantasy football face-off. Now I got it locked in. What's good, Pete? I was in there for a little bit. I was in between you and Disco stream at the time. Franklin says, Kraft or Chig need upside. Kraft is the upside. Chig is the floor. Kraft was tied in 1 last time he played Minnesota. I think everyone's gonna be super high on Chig, and it's gonna be a dud week. I just have this feeling.
Yeah,
that's why I bet on him.
Gut feeling. Nathan says, I'm thinking I'm going Bryce Young rather than Rising. Yeah, I'm not going Penix. I'm definitely going Bryce in a better
I'm
matchup.
going with the big Penix energy, buddy. Insert that Penix.
Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like Bryce Young and Penix. I feel like Penix has a higher ceiling than Bryce Young.
I hate Bryce Young with no run game. With no run game.
That means heavy pass.
Heavy pass means heavy.
He benefits from the run. His offensive line cannot protect him. Even though the pass rush isn't great for Tampa, his offensive line cannot protect him, even though it's the most expensive offensive line in the entire offseason. Where he's elite is if you lull them to death with the pound, the run game. And they do not have a run game anymore. Chuba's out. Boone does not scare me. Blackshear is only a receiving threat. I am so out on Bryce Young this week. It's crazy.
I'm not against it. It just feels like he's gonna light up that shitty secondary.
Yeah, big Penix energy, baby.
I love this question because I have this myself right here. Pay the fans. Who are you guys going here? Kincaid.
Yeah.
Over Chig, even though he's playing 40% snaps.
I mean, he's coming off of an injury, and that's gone up a couple of let me just pull up that exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure since he's come back from injuries, it's gone up by 10 to 15% every single week.
It went up 3% from last the week before. I already know.
All right, so
it's rough.
No, he actually played less snaps last week.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, he played 34% of the snaps, but it was also against the Patriots in a meaningless game.
Right, played 49 against snaps. Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, like, Chig's usage makes sense. Kincaid is like more of a gamble, but a better matchup. Either way, they're both good.
A better matchup, Jacksonville.
Yeah, if we're looking at like where the New York Jets are weak, they are the most advantageous matchup for slot receivers and tight ends.
Yeah, I know, but fuck Cooper Cup shit the bed. Yeah.
Yeah, but Cooper Cup wasn't in the slot 100% of the
Yeah,
time,
Cooper
and
Kupp
like
is
Matthew
washed.
Stafford is
So-
terrible in the weather. Like Stafford looked worse than Cooper Cup, and Cooper Cup looked awful.
Stafford looked bad last night. They got lucky to get
Yeah,
that.
Stafford
He looked like he didn't want to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
Playoffs.
Talking about
So we
playoffs?
got 5 minutes. Let's ramble through these real quick here. They got a bunch of questions right behind. Starting Tyreek Hill, currently benching him for Wicks. I'm still starting Tyreek Hill over Pierce, Wicks, and Coker.
I agree.
I'm still taking the shot.
That's rough though.
Bone says, gonna miss you guys this offseason. Hope we still get to see some of y'all. So I'll still be like gaming here and there. We'll start our drafts up. I don't know what time. I'll still do a bunch of offseason content and stuff. And then next week I'm doing $100 giveaway for whoever can predict the first round of the playoffs the best with the points as well, guys. So make sure you tune in for that. Mason Rudolph or Joe Flacco. I'm going Mason Rudolph here. Who do you like? Quick.
Flacco. The weather's shit here, by the way. It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm
Jacksonville.
I think either or are better options than Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams. Garrett Wilson, McMillan, or Garendo. I like Garendo here. Who do you guys like? Bandit, Garendo, Garrett Wilson, McMillan.
Garendo.
Pizzas, I'm on the toilet after a long stream, decompressing. Let's have a day. You guys streamed for like 2 hours, bro. I was in there for a minute. Did you ever fix your subscription notice? I remember at the beginning of the year, I would unfollow or refollow every stream for the graphic music. I do have it fixed, but it changes because I do StreamYard than OBS, and StreamYard's easier for other people to join in. So I don't have any alerts on here. McMillan or Thielen? I like Thielen again over McMillan.
I like Thielen.
I'm going McMillan, higher touchdown upside.
Full PPR, Madison or Downs? I'm going Downs.
Downs, it's not close.
Eric says Tracy or Debo. Man, Tracy's your floor play, Debo's your ceiling play. I really like Debo this week. The Lions are shambles, man.
How's the weather in San Fran? Is it in San Fran or Detroit?
It is in the San Fran 6-9 season over 49er.
I'm playing the point total. I'm going with Debo.
I'm going with Debo as well. I will certainly watch for some gaming. Yeah, I'll get back into competitive Fortnite here. Big thanks to you this year. Did a great job with your personal smash starts. Helped me a lot. Thank you, Brendan. Snarvel says, thanks, guys. Anything you guys want to throw out there right now? 3 minutes left. Make sure you guys check out Big Draft Energy, Twitter, YouTube, Bandit Locks, Twitter. Hopefully he'll start a YouTube next year. Get some picks going with that.
Yeah, we're still gonna do the betting thing all through the playoffs. Even the last week, we're gonna really focus and hone in on all the player incentives that have a chance to hit and really bet on them. We'll continue to do our live stream stuff. We'll be doing a lot of NFL draft scouting. We'll be doing a lot of NFL draft content, so some dynasty stuff in between. And then the drafters playoff best ball will be competing in that and doing a couple drafts for next week. Once we have a clear playoff picture, we'll be doing some of the drafters early, and then all off season. You could catch me Monday through Sunday between when the NFL draft is over and when the NFL season kicks off, doing some drafters best ball stuff.
I like that. And also, if you guys missed it, so not week 18, week 19. So next week I'll drop a couple videos on picks we like and stuff like that. Week 19, I will put a comment in my content, on my post on YouTube. All you'll have to do is copy and paste it, and you'll pick the winner and you'll pick the score, and I'll give you guys $100 to whoever comes the closest, picks the most winners, and has the closest score, if that's what it comes down to in a tie, to give support back for you guys for showing me all the support you have this year. And make sure you check out Big Draft Energy. Make sure you check out Bandit Locks. And we are out of here, guys. The Fantasy Football Championship is here. Let's get that trophy. Thank you guys again for all the support, man. We are out. Peace out, guys. Good luck.
He didn't even end the stream. All right. I'm just going to call him and tell him he didn't even end the stream properly.